All right, so I figured let's do a rough cut video. We're headed into a pretty busy week here, and I think most of you guys know me, but I'm Rick. And yeah, we've got the Apple event taking place next Tuesday, September 9th. I mean, it's going to be a big event. I don't even know if Apple's going to be able to live up to the expectations that everybody is kind of looking forward to here. I mean, there's been so much hype and so much talk about not only the iPhone 6, but the iWatch and other stuff as well, that hype machine is going so strong right now. Can they even live up to it? So I don't know if it's possible, but let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. The iPhone 6 is what this is all about, and we're going to see the 4.7-inch model as well as the 5.5-inch model. And I'm curious, are you guys going to pick up an iPhone 6, and if so, which one? I don't know if they're going to be released at the same time. Obviously, on the 9th, we'll hear about it, and I would suppose that about 10 days later on the 19th, at the very least, you're going to be able to pick up a 4.7-inch iPhone 6. I've heard there's delays on the 5.5 up to a month and a half later. We'll see what happens with that. What am I going to get? It depends. It depends on what's going to happen at this event. If I hear that the hardware is much better on the 5.5-inch, which some people even said it's going to be called the iPhone Air. Who knows? If the iPhone Air or the iPhone 5.5-inch has better hardware, some people are saying that it's going to have better camera optics, that things like image stabilization are going to be built into the hardware instead of the software that you're going to find on the 4.7-inch model. If that's true, then I'll probably be swayed to get the 5.5. Here's the thing though, you know, my iPhone today, this guy, I pop in my front pocket, I put it in my back pocket, and a 4.7, I could still kind of see myself doing that, but the 5.5, I don't even know if that's possible. So if you guys are watching this video and you have a larger phone or something around those dimensions, let me know. I mean, was it an adjustment period, or is it just too large, or are you fine with it, or did you, try it out and you're like, oh, I can't deal with this, and you went to something smaller? I'm really curious to see what you guys think. So again, I'm going to wait and I'm going to see what happens, and then I'll let you guys know. Either way, I'm going to be doing reviews and all that stuff on both models, so don't worry about that. Lots of other speculation about what's going to take place at the Apple event. I mean, there's some interesting stuff, like a photo of the band's U2 leaked, and they're saying, oh, U2's involved somehow in the iPhone 6 launch, and their new album's going to come preloaded on the iPhone 6 models. And I don't know, that seems kind of weird to me. Apple would have had to negotiate a pretty large deal with them, although they have been known to work together in the past. And then we've got this aerial footage that suddenly appeared in Cupertino showing a building in front of where the event's going to take place, all covered in white. Some people say, hey, this is going to be where they're going to do some product demonstrations. It could be home automation demonstrations, or maybe it's a stage. And if U2 is going to show up, they're going to perform on it. I could see that as well. So we'll see what happens. And then, of course, we got the iWatch, right? I brought this guy out, and he doesn't even have power right now. You can see it turns on and turns off. I got to plug it in. It's basically my old Nano that I put into the Lunatic band. I'm not one for wearing wearables, but I will say the iWatch has piqued my interest, and I'm going to be curious to see what happens with it. Pricing's probably going to come in between $300 and $400 at a starting point, and then they'll have a couple of models that really get expensive, I would guess. I don't like the rumor that broke that says Johnny Ive said, oh, Switzerland's in trouble and they got to... That wasn't from his mouth. That was supposedly coming from someone who spoke to him. And that old, hey, let me tell you something, pass it along, and the message gets distorted. I don't know. I mean, it's possible, but who knows? They're going to have to pull something really, really big, I think, to compete with, the traditional and pretty amazing watchmakers in Switzerland. So we'll see what happens there, but it's definitely piqued my interest. I don't think we'll see an iWatch come out till the end of the year at the earliest. It'd be smart if they could, because it's right before the holiday season. That would be a hot item in demand, and I bet there would be massive shortages, but you're probably not going to see it till 2015. The other stuff I'm looking at is, are they going to announce a update to the MacBook Air? A lot of rumors about a 12-inch MacBook Air with a Retina display. We'll see what happens. And then I think it's also time for an Apple TV update. We've seen the Amazon Fire TV come out. You can install apps on it. And I got to say, for some live streaming stuff, I got the WWE Network, it actually looks better than on Apple TV. So we'll see. We'll see. I think it's time for Apple TV to get an update. And then finally, there's also rumors that the iPad Air is going to get an update, a modest update with a anti-reflective surface for the screen, as well as a slight boost to the internal. So we'll see what happens there. I think if we get some of that stuff, it's probably going to not be verbally announced. It's going to come up on the Apple Store after the announcement when it comes back online. Now, gaming, there's a couple of games coming out next week that I have my eyes on. One of them is pretty much a potential candidate for Game of the Year, and that's Destiny. People have been talking about this since the time it was announced. It's by Bungie. It's multi-platform with the exception of the Nintendo platform. And it's got a lot of hype behind it. I played it on the alpha. I played it on the beta. It's made by Bungie, the guys who originally did Halo. And it's really, really fun. So I'm looking forward to that. Are you guys picking up Destiny? I'm a big hockey fan. And NHL 15 is coming out. I don't know. I played the demo of it. And I liked it a lot. But the problem is as I read other people who were saying they've played this game, the final form, they said it's missing a ton of features. And that has me concerned because EA came out, if you remember, when the next-gen consoles launched. FIFA came out, Madden came out, NBA came out, NHL was nowhere to be found. And they said, we don't want to release an NHL this year, because we don't want to release a half-baked game. Well, now it's a year later and they've got NHL 15 coming out and we're hearing that it's a half-baked game. So I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. Either way, I'm going to pick it up. I could get NHL 14 for my 360, but I don't really see the point at that point, and who knows. If you guys ever want to play online, let me know. My gamer tag across all platforms, Nintendo, Sony, as well as Microsoft, it's Psychonaut. And I will list that down in the description below. Just to kind of close things up, we reached the 17,000 subscriber mark over the past few days here. So a big, big thank you to all of you guys for that. That's huge. That's huge. I never thought we would get to this point, and we're only growing and getting better and better and better. So a huge thank you to every single one of you who are subscribing to the channel, telling your friends about it, telling your family, and just spreading the word. I certainly do appreciate that. I will be having a new giveaway in support of that 17,000 milestone very, very soon. So be on the lookout for that. We do have a giveaway going on right now if you're not tuned into that. And this is on metagamers.com. It's for the Verus Iron Shield. This one's in silver. It's for the iPhone 5 and 5S. And there's just about under a week left. So get on over there, check it out in the giveaway section. You'll find it there. It's going to tell you everything you need to do to get involved with that. And good luck to you. And then I do have a Patreon website. I won't get too much into that. I've already talked about that in the past. But if you feel the need that you'd like to contribute something to this channel, you can do so. And I've got rewards for you. And for the month of September, if you contribute $7 a month, it's going to get you entered into a very, very big drawing for a lot of stuff. And you'll see all the details down below. And on the Patreon site. So finally, I'm going to close it up with this. Be on the lookout. I've got a fall 2014 Metagamers schedule, program schedule coming up. I put a little teaser out there and a screenshot on Twitter and Facebook over the past couple of days. And I'm really excited about this because it's going to give some structure to this channel. It's going to let you know specifically what days you're going to get certain types of content, and I think you guys are going to enjoy it. You've asked for it, and I've taken all of your feedback into consideration and built it into the new programming schedule. So be on the lookout for that, and that's it. So I'm going to game this weekend. I'm going to do some videos. I've got some interesting product coming my way. Fingers crossed this weekend that you'll see on the channel as well. And that's really it. So hope you guys have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care, everybody, and have fun.